Do y'all put cinnamon in your pumpkin pie? Are you team pumpkin pie or team sweet potato pie? I had both. One is good in muffins to me, the other is good in pie to me. But I didn't had the pumpkin pie as well. It's just, I feel like primarily what's going to hit your nose the most is... Don't they put cinnamon in pumpkin pie? Yeah. Introducing Dove's limited edition from their Holiday Trees collection, Cinnamon Pumpkin Pie. This is their nourishing body wash. It is 20 fluid ounces. You can find this at Walmart. You probably can find it at Target and a couple other places. Because there's certain scents they leave exclusive to certain stores. So, you need to bring it on to Walmart. That's all I'm saying. But that's besides the point. Cinnamon spice and buttery pumpkin for your skin. Let's check out these notes here. Now, this is only one installment of this whole scent as a part of the Holiday Treats collection. This is paraben-free, I believe, and phthalate. However, it still has, let's see here. I'm looking for sulfates for those that know. Fragrance is about right in the middle of the ingredient list going all the way down. So it has potential to last, but not as long based off of that structure. Don't quote me on that. That's just informing you so you know what type of decision you would like to make if you are a cinnamon pumpkin pie person. I don't see sulfates in this ingredient list here, but yeah, I do think they put cinnamon in the pumpkin pie. Do y'all put cinnamon in your pumpkin pie? Are you team pumpkin pie or team sweet potato pie? I had both. I love pumpkin spice muffins, but I love sweet potato pie. Why not? They both good. One is good in muffins to me, the other is good in pie to me. But I didn't had the pumpkin pie as well. It's just, yeah, that's besides the point. Let's get on track here. Let's get back on track here. All right, sweet cinnamon spice, buttery pumpkin notes, sweet creaminess as you lather up. I'm really hoping that vanilla is a note in here, even though I'm not seeing it listed in here for the information here. For this bottle of what I think would smell like sweet goodness. Okay. If you're new here, you about to find out how much I like pumpkin spice. Hallelujah. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm thinking that since based on the name of this being cinnamon pumpkin pie instead of just plain pumpkin pie, because I do think in previous years around this type of year, 2024, 2023, they just had one based off of just pumpkin pie and something else, or just pumpkin pie. So I'm thinking that based on the fact that they put the name cinnamon, then pumpkin pie last, I feel like primarily what's going to hit your nose the most is, I feel like cinnamon is going to hit your nose primarily, then the pumpkin. And I feel like maybe one is going to overpower the other. These are just my hypotheses, my guesses. Mind you, I haven't flipped the cap open and smelled this version of 25 release of this bottle. Yeah. As far as the packaging, it's showing that pie whipped to perfection, no lumps in the pie, whipped down, whipped to perfection. With that, is that ice cream, butter pecan ice cream on the top of that, or is that whipped cream? Because sometimes people put whipped cream on top of the pie. It's the visual aesthetic. It's for food, because how else do you make it appealing if you just put the pie on there and don't put the whipped cream around the perimeter next to the crust of the pie? I'm sorry I'm making you hungry. I probably sound like a commercial. Yeah. I don't see any parabens. I don't see any phthalates, and no sulfates. That's surprising because I have seen sulfates in some of the other scents. So just be mindful of that if you're a person that just, you yourself are focusing on no sulfates, no parabens, no phthalates, them three. Or maybe 2 out of 3, or 1 in particular, because we do know that is a thing that has showed up since 20, and I feel like that should have been a concern prior to that. Just sharing an opinion here, being that the fragrance is ranging from the middle to the bottom of the ingredient list. That's the location is in. Looks like it's almost in the middle of the ingredient list. The further down means the further down that fragrance is listed, and it's listed as fragrance in parentheses parfum, Parfum, as in Mary, close parentheses. The further down you see fragrance, that word fragrance, parfum, in an ingredient list, the lower potential for the lasting power, the lower potential for the scent to last. And being that this is limited edition, I'm not sure if that's what they were. I'm not sure. But I feel like these should have lasting power even though they're limited edition, because you don't know from this year to the next if they're going to release the same thing again underneath the exact same formula. I've always said allegedly reformulation means, I've always said allegedly rebranding is allegedly reformulation. So if you have a bottle from this year, you need to hold on to that baby until to see if they come out with this one. If they do, and you plan to buy that one, you can have something to look at, to do your own research and figure out, do I want to get it or no? That subscribe button is free, so is the all bell. If you personally would not like to miss any more videos like this, because this is for your information and this is for you to be informed. It is for educational purposes only and for saving a coin purposes as well. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,